Welcome to the Unsettled Archive. If you enjoy curious knowledge and unusual subjects, then this quiz is for you. This week's quiz: how well do you know the origins of fairy tales? Let's see what you know. What were the first names of the brothers Grimm? Jacob and Wilhelm. In which country were the brothers Grimm born? Germany. What was the original purpose of collecting Grimm's fairy tales? To preserve traditional German folklore. Were Grimm's fairy tales originally written for children? No. In what century were Grimm's fairy tales first published? The 19th century. What academic field were the brothers Grimm also known for? Linguistics. How many editions of Grimm's fairy tales were published during their lifetime? Seven. What theme frequently replaces happily ever after in Grimm's originals? Justice through suffering. Which Grimm tale involves forced dancing until death? Snow White. What fairy tale includes eyes being pecked out by birds? Cinderella. What do Cinderella's stepsisters cut off to fit the slipper? Their toes and heels. What fairy tale involves children being eaten? Hansel and Gretel. Which Grimm story includes boiling or burning as punishment? Snow White. Who reveals the deception of the stepsisters in Cinderella? Birds. What animals assist Cinderella in the Grimm version? Birds and doves. What happens to the stepsisters at the end of the Grimm tale? They're blinded. Is the fairy godmother present in the Grimm version of Cinderella? No. What does the evil queen ask the huntsman to bring back as proof? Her lungs and liver. Which items poison Snow White in early versions? A bodice, apple, and a poisoned comb. What is Snow White's age when the queen tries to kill her? 7. What happens to the evil queen at the end of the Grimm version? forced to dance in hot iron shoes till she dies. How is Snow White revived in the Grimm tale? The apple dislodges from her throat. Is Little Red Riding Hood rescued in all Grimm versions? No. What object causes Sleeping Beauty's curse? A spindle. In Grimm's version, how long does Sleeping Beauty sleep? "100 years. True or false, the Grimm brothers invented most of their fairy tales. False. What recurring sin is most often punished in Grimm tales? Greed. Who wrote the most well-known early version of Beauty and the Beast? Who wrote the original version of The Little Mermaid? Hans Christian Andersen. What does the mermaid feel every time she walks on land? Pain like walking on knives. What does the mermaid give up to become human? Her voice. What must the mermaid do if the prince marries someone else? Kill him to save herself. What happens to the mermaid at the end of the original story? She dissolves into sea foam. Who wrote the original Pinocchio? Carlo Collodi. What happens to Pinocchio in one early version of the story? He's hanged. What happens to children who misbehave on Pleasure Island? They are turned into donkeys. How are the donkey children treated afterward? Sold and worked to death. Who wrote the original fairy tale, The Snow Queen? Hans Christian Andersen. What was the Grimm's original title for Sleeping Beauty? Little Briar Rose. Which earlier writer published a version of the tale of Little Red Riding Hood before the Grimms? Charles Perrault. How did you do? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, for more curated curiosities, you know where to find them, right here on the Unsettled Archive.